And now this avowed socialist is, at least from Harlem Market and Kalshi and some of these other polls and things, either very close or in some case winning. What's going on inside the...
What are they even afraid of? His policies are not that radical. I think we have to contend with the reality that a big chunk of the fucking population is just straight up schizophrenic. And when someone on television tells them, like, this is scary, even if it's like a policy that if they took a deep breath and reconsidered would be on board with, they just go, okay, it's scary. Like, they're bots. And they whip themselves up in a frenzy. I mean, many of you know this. Many of you know this because you have parents that are like this. Or at least, like, you have parents whose neighbors are like this. You know what I mean? Like, you have probably been around a person like this without even realizing. Like, they're bots. Your parents are fucking bots. Their neighbors and their colleagues are fucking bots. They just hear something and just, like, without thinking about it, they just regurgitate it. They're like, oh, yes, the rent freeze. What? It's like, bro, you don't have a house. Like, what do you mean a rent freeze terrifies you? Are you a fucking landlord? No. What are you talking about? Did you know that rent freezes were done in the past by other fucking mayors in New York? No, you don't know anything. You just fucking heard someone on TV say, this is terrifying and it will cause a capital flight. And you're just regurgitating that because you're a fucking baboon, okay? Anyone who says rent freezes are impossible to fucking contend with and it will be devastating should be asked if they would like to pay more for their rent next month. Why don't you pay more for your rent? I'm gonna call up your fucking landlord and tell him that you actually don't want a rent freeze at all and they should increase your rent. Seems like you're on board with a rent increase. Yeah, Bill de Blasio. This fucking guy did rent freezes. This fucking guy also did a lot of... Bill de Blasio is such an interesting character because he's panned a lot. Everybody hates him because he's a goofball. But, like, in spite of all the criticisms that are valid and fair, Bill de Blasio was kind of fucking... He wasn't radical, but he did some decent things in New York. Mr. Socialist Bill de Blasio. Yeah, universal pre-K. My dad is a 65-year-old MSNBC liberal who's an insane Russiagate Trump hater and still might enlist if we ever did an anti-communist invasion of China. Jesus Christ. This was Bill last year alone. They're closing the archives? What do you mean? Wait, what? National Archives at College Park, MD will become a restricted access federal facility with access only to visitors with a legitimate business need. It will no longer be open. No. Oh, they're closing the National Archives website. What the fuck? Why is Tectone's egg ass trying to say you ruined your life, Lamau? Why are you openly admitting that you watch the rapist child of a rapist? Like, what is wrong with you? Generational sexual assault. Who gives a shit, dude? Drama perverts. Oh, this was funny as well. These people took 3 dogs to the polling place. We need people like this gone. Get out there now. Save the city. Jeff and Pamela Lieberman and their 3 dogs said they're likely moving out of New York City if Cuomo loses and Mamdani wins. I think it's going to be devastating for small businesses, which is what I have, said Pamela, a physical therapist. As much as I am a dog fan and want to bring my dog everywhere, it's okay. I agree with Felix on this.
The minds of the CEOs that work with you?
Well, I think they've noticed there's a race, and they're not terribly happy with the direction it's going. That would be correct.
Is that the polite way to put it?
Probably so, but terror would be perhaps more accurate.
Terror is the feeling?
Terror is the feeling, in the sense that, you know, we have worked so hard over many years to bring New York back from 9/11, from past crises, from the COVID, in particular in the last 5 years. And honestly, New York is in much better shape than the political rhetoric would have you believe. We've got $1 trillion economy. We've got more jobs than we've ever had, 4.8 million. I mean, we are not falling apart. We've got a strong tax base, stronger than ever. So there's much, there's much positive in New York, but that could quickly shift if we lose confidence in the mayor and if we don't find practical solutions to the problems ahead. And unfortunately, the candidate who's surging, Zoran Mandani, presents an ideological argument about the solution to every problem is to spend more money. And it's more taxpayer money. So, the business community is very concerned.
And therefore doing what about it? Meaning, is there, what we don't know, and I haven't heard, is the business community, leading drives to push employees to go vote today, to do all sorts of things? By the way, he's come on so strong, frankly, in the last 72 hours, that I don't know if anybody was actually mobilized before this.
Now, the business community doesn't, nobody wants to, especially these days, play in partisan politics in a public way. They've got customers on all sides. They've got employees on all sides.
Yeah, right.
We have a very young workforce in New York City, so you can only imagine that getting out the vote among the youth of the city has been very good for Zoran Mandani. So, there's an issue there.
So you think he might do it?
For the record, I think if institutional Democrats, instead of attacking someone like Zoran, was immediately fucking pumping Zoran, all of the demographics that are currently on board, all the demographics that are currently on board with Cuomo would also, because they're fucking bots, I'm sorry, okay, they're fucking bots, would be actively voting for Zoran Mamdani. This is the problem. That a lot of that money spent against Zoran Mamdani does actually end up swaying a lot of the dumbest bot-like fucking voters. Same principle with Bernie. Bernie activates a base of support that Democrats cannot fucking draw from, but the institutional powers use every fucking waking moment to attack him. And then they use cynically identity politics by being like, well, see, black voters, they don't like Bernie. They don't fuck with Bernie. Maybe he's because he's a giant racist, when that's not the fucking case. Over the past year, Bloomberg alum Weisel has maxed out to one politician, Rishi Torres, if anyone's confused by this. A hedge fund manager who used to be the CIO of Goldman Sachs and is allied with the #1 funder of Andrew Cuomo's super PAC. It's real fucking gross watching a money tsunami create basically a completely fake anti-Semitism narrative just by inundating everyone with insanely charged bullshit in the 11th hour, and we've seen the same ugly script weaponized in the primaries like this over and over again. And then they fucking sit around and go, why do people resent us? Why do people hate us? I don't even want to entertain this fucking severely mentally ill fat Australian loser, even if it's to dunk on him and his creepy sexual fantasies. I'm not even going to read the shit that he was saying. What is this? Probably the one halal truck I'll be steering clear of. What? Why are you fucking posting? Why are you... Ugh. Mossad halal food. Okay, that's a good one.
But then you don't think he's the eventual mayor?
Never mind.
I don't. I think that...
A lot of you dummies do this shit to me too. Okay? Stop. No one is in on the joke, okay? Other people are not in on the joke. The knives are fucking out. Be aware. Be aware of what you're highlighting. Be aware of what you're highlighting, okay? We're no longer doing inside fun.
I think people will come to their senses.
Your first reaction is anger, Lamont? Yes, because I'm scared. What do you fucking mean? Look at this. The knives are fucking out. They're looking for anything and everything they can. Brother, they're literally saying Zoran Mamdani. Like, a month ago, the same institutions that were writing fucking praise articles about people like myself are now turning around and being like, well, I don't know. Zoran Mamdani, who has seemingly captivated the white base of support, is a dangerous radical element. He's also hanging out with a person that we called the Joe Rogan of the left. Both of these institutions are actually truly scary for the future of black Americans, like shit like that. And it is a threat. It's a threat to the Democratic establishment.
I think that...
And not Cuomo, though. You think
Cuomo run as an independent.
You think Eric? I like Eric Adams too. That would be an amazing.
I would not count Eric Adams, Mayor Adams,
comeback.
out. I would not count him
Bro,
out.
you said some very optically bad shit today. It's funny to get upset over this. Yeah, I say optically shit bad on my own. I am my own person.
I think that...
I'm not fucking running for mayor.
For one thing, he has showed humility and apologized, and I think that matters
For what,
to New York.
the first class upgrade? For that stuff, you mean?
For, well, no,
Or for appeasing the bad orange man. That's more of a problem for him than.
I think I think that, you know, nobody likes to see the first mayor in history to be indicted. For whether
He was indicted
for
because
legitimate reasons,
because he got off the reservation on immigration. Those were ridiculous.
Oh, that's why he was indicted. Yeah, no one in the Democratic Party has ever been more right-wing on immigration before without any penalties